Hello and welcome to the last episode on black tie. Today we're going to focus on the little details, let's say a few tips. We didn't talk about the facing yet. As you know, on dinner jackets you have silk facing. We normally recommend, especially when going for a Barathea, going for gross grain silk. I don't know if you can see that, but the gross grain silk has some nice ribs, and which is why it's also called in German Rippseide. This looks really nice as it's quite subtle and not that shiny as satin, for instance. Satin, although, can be a nice option. We like it very much with mohair blends because then you have these two shiny fabrics and they look really nice together. Obviously, you always go for braid on the side of the trousers. So on black tie, it's one braid or one, and on white tie, you have two. This is also something quite nice. Sometimes we also use a so-called old-fashioned braid, which has a little bit of patterns on it. These two things we like. I want to show you something else that I have on this dinner jacket / on the trousers. So another little detail which is very nice on black tie is a so-called fishtail back. So a waistband that is higher in the back than it is in the front, and it is really comfortable to wear. It feels quite nice, and also the braces just hold better on the trousers. This is another tip we have. The last one is on shoes and socks. Let's start with socks. So I don't know if you can see that really well, because I think this video will be then again made in black and white. But today I'm wearing a very dark brown fil viscose OTC socks over the calf. It is nice to play a little with that. Obviously the most classic option is to wear black silk socks or burgundy, quite nice if you find some. I also quite like pink. With the shoes, again, I have to show that. Today I'm wearing Bespoke by my good friend Corbinian Ludwig Hess. These are so-called opera pumps with a nice pitched heel. This is fully Corbinian style, quite high. So I think it's really fair to say that this is a Cuban heel with a chiseled toe. The most classic option maybe to go for black tie. The other two options, which we think are appropriate, and if I may show that, is a nice classic plain toe Oxford, cap toe Oxford, sorry, yeah, you may as well. This is calf leather, so not pattern leather. So we just give it a bit of gloss on the cap. This is really nice if you want to be fancy. Silk laces can be quite a nice touch. The other option, which we think is appropriate, and this is a point of where we may discuss, is a horsebit loafer. This one is by my other good friend Leonard Karke from Frankfurt. I think if you imagine wearing a double-breasted dinner jacket, a high gloss horsebit loafer is an appropriate option. Although it has a casual touch to it, I think it's quite nice. About the other Oxford that I showed, this one was by Gazzani and Girling. These are the last few tips I have. If you want to have more tips on black tie, or if you want to have something made, always send us a question, call us, or I don't know, an email. I mean, there are 1,000 ways to contact us. And if you are very fancy, again, the last call on that. This week we have 3 days left on the Smexy deal. If you now tap below, you will find a double-breasted dinner jacket, which I find is an amazing deal to now get that to 25% off. It's made from Barathea. The other thing that we also offer down there is the black single and bow tie. Then there is the option that I showed in the last video, going for black cashmere silk roll neck. And the very last option, and I don't know if that works, it didn't work for the last couple of days, is the white dinner shirt that I'm wearing today with the hidden button down. So feel free to click on it, check it out. If you have questions, as I said, send us via Instagram, email, call us, whatsoever, and we are happy to help. Thank you very much for this issue on black tie, and see you again next week from the shop.